Hey everyone, what is going on? It is Colin C back from the Crypto Boys, and as you can tell, I got an awesome new hat on one of Joe's clients gave us. And today I've got one of the most anticipated videos that we've had in a while. We're going to go over Cellframe. We're going to go over the idea of it and the basics of it and why I think it's a project you need to put on your watch list. First thing I want to start with this video as, obviously this is not financial advice. I'm bringing you my opinion. I'm bringing you hopefully some insight on Cellframe, some things that other people haven't said. I've watched and dug through every Reddit page, every Telegram, anything you can find on Discord on Cellframe. I've really done my research on this project, so I hope you guys enjoy, just the background that I'm going to be able to hopefully provide on really what Cellframe is and what it can do going forward. I also want to say this is the very first time I've ever made a video before I made this one you're watching right now and had to actually delete it. It got to like 35 minutes, was way too long. I didn't even know where I was going with it. So we're going to have to break this Cellframe series up into more than just one part and kind of just get it into smaller bits and pieces. So this is just going to be the first, installment of maybe 3 or 4 that's really going to tell the whole story of Cellframe. I'll be honest with you right now. I already have some questions about it. I have some very bullish news on it that I think I really like, and I've got some things that I don't think people are really looking at that I think you guys are going to want to really enjoy and really look into, and why Cellframe could be a project that could really boost your portfolio. Okay, so the very first thing I want to get into is what is Cellframe and what does it look like? What's their website look like? So on and so forth. So it's a service-oriented blockchain platform. Now listen, I'm not just going to read you the website because everybody on YouTube and everybody who's not even on YouTube but has looked at anything on a YouTube channel, they just read the website. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to explain everything, but I do at least want to glance over the website and show you how cool it is. This website is awesome. Whoever designed this, you need to hook me up, right? You need to hook up the Crypto Boys. Come find us out. Great website, looks beautiful. Cellframe is an open source framework, 3rd generation blockchain. The big thing we're going to focus on today is going to be this post-quantum cryptography. That is going to be what I'm going to try to explain to you in the most layman's term as possible so you guys understand it and why it can be such a big thing for the space. Why it can also have some issues as well. But anyways, kind of scrolling through their website, they're very open. They're very open. They seem to have their ducks in a row. They're very well versed on their website. It's something that if you want to come over and kind of read through, it is worth it. I don't put a whole lot of stake and time into people's websites. I will make sure that things are going and flowing well, which this one seems to be. You can get it on Gate.io. You can get it in PancakeSwap, Uniswap, things like that. If you want to learn more about it, you can go here. They have a really cool blog. Their CTO and CEO, Dimitri, he seems to be out in front of everybody. He seems to be, great in interviews. He has a lot of AMAs out there, which is Ask Me Anything. So there's a lot of good things happening there, but I do have some questions about it, but we're not going to get into their team in this video because I simply don't have time. It was way too long. The things I do want to get into is a little bit of their white paper and some other things. The first and most important thing I want to explain is this post-quantum cryptography. What? Like, what does that even mean, dude? Well, let me explain it to you. Post-quantum cryptography, what that means is basically there are these supercomputers that are going to be developed in the next 5-10 years. Who really knows exactly how long and when they're going to actually hit the market? What it's going to be is basically like this all-time hackathon computer. This computer that can pretty much hack anything. Most cryptos are ran off this like asymmetric type of cryptography, which is a very easy for the most case to hack if the quantum computer is as big and as powerful as they say it is. So what this post-quantum cryptography is going to do, such as Cellframe, it's going to make it so it's basically unhackable. So you cannot hack it, which is going to be huge because as we develop in the space, these hackers are going to get better and better and better, as you see with everything else. So being out in front of this is going to be huge. However, you've got to know that we're not there yet, that we're still at a place where these quantum computers aren't even available and they won't be available for quite some time. So don't think that this is just going to explode tomorrow and it's going to work immediately. I'm not saying that it won't. I'm saying that we're still in very infancy stage of this new type of technology. Another aspect of the post-quantum, cryptography that you need to know is they make it so secure, and it is so secure and it's so good going forward, is because you also have to make some choices, like how many messages you can send, per day or per hour or whatever it may be, how fast you can make the speed, your crypto size withdrawal, the amount you can do, per day. So there are things that these guidelines that you have to follow to make this post-quantum cryptography actually worth it and work. And I'm not saying that in 5 to 10 years it's not going to get way better, because clearly it probably will. But as it sits right now, there will be some drawbacks to having it that you won't have on other blockchains. Overall, the post-quantum cryptography that Cellframe is going after, I think, is going to end up being huge. Is Cellframe, now here's another question, is Cellframe going to be the one that stands out from the rest and is going to get the majority of that market share? We honestly don't know. We truly don't know. And any YouTuber that's coming on here or influencer that's telling you that they do know Cellframe's the one, it very well could be, but it also may not be. So it's something to look at, that these are all small caps. These are all in the infancy stage. These all sound good. Not all of them are going to make it. Actually, if you look at past performances in the crypto market, about 90% of the coins or projects go to zero. So that's probably going to be about the same for this space as well. But Cellframe, it does look like they're putting, their foot above everybody else's right now, and they keep just climbing a little higher and a little higher. Who knows what's going to happen in 4 or 5 or 6 years? We have no idea. However, I think their post-quantum cryptography does have a lot going for it and could be huge in the crypto space. Next up, what I love about this project is their dual layer sharding. I can't tell you how important that's going to end up being. Their first layer, or their heterogeneous layer, you're going to be able to have a customized subchain and token. So going forward, when you're able to customize these things, which isn't always perfect right now, being able to have that flexibility is something you're going to want. And their second layer, which is their homogeneous layer, you're going to be able to organize these subchains into different cells as you go forward. And during that on the blockchain, and throwing the different cells on the blockchain is going to be very important, especially when the use case and the utility comes out with Cellframe. Next up, I do want to jump into their white paper just really quickly. Again, you guys know me. I don't like just reading you things. If you want to just be read to, then just go read it yourself. Am I right? But there is something I do want to read you that I think is valuable, especially at this stage in Cellframe's existence. Getting into Cellframe's mission statement, our mission is to create a safe, decentralized environment, sustaining the freedom of internet, making people more confident and calm in the everyday usage of it. I like that mission statement, not because it's something that's like, out of this world that everybody's thinking about, that is so new and innovative. It's because it's simple. It's because they're trying to solve a problem. They're realizing where they're going and how they're heading there. And their mission statement really does sum that up quite well, is that I like that they're bringing in the thought of the internet and that decentralization and the security aspect with that post-quantum cryptography, because without it, I don't know how much different this project would be than other projects trying to solve the exact same thing. Finally, to start getting the points that I thought were important about Cellframe is going to be, it's almost like a 3-in-1 layer. I mean, it really kind of is. It's kind of a layer 1, a layer 0. Should I go layer 0? I don't know. But we'll go layer 0, a layer 1, and a layer 2, all kind of combobbled into this one protocol in this one blockchain. You're going to be able to mix and match things that you were never able to do before. Now, again, I do have some questions with Cellframe, but at face value, in my digging that I've done through it, it's looking pretty good, and it's looking like if they can do some of the things they're set out to do and really put out what I think is going to be a great roadmap going forward, I truly believe that they can be one of the biggest players in the space. Another point on their layer 0, layer 1, and layer 2 kind of solutions mixed into one, I do have a question about that. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the quote, if you do 2 things at once, well, 3 things in Cellframe's case, but if you do 2 things at once, you're probably doing neither. So that is kind of something that I do worry about with Cellframe, is that, are they taking on too much? Is it too much for a project that's this small at this market cap level to take on right away? If a bigger player comes in and they have a little bit more of a direct feed to what they want to do and how they're going to do it, could they just take over Cellframe? I don't know. Those are questions that I have that I'm not going to have time to answer today. But I do think that getting out this information and you guys making and being able to decide for yourself, I think is very important. I'll be the first one to tell you the crypto boys have not yet pulled the trigger on Cellframe because of the uncertainty in the market. We have not bought it yet, but I am looking at establishing some sort of position, because if Cellframe is the one to make this post-quantum cryptography like blow up and it becomes the #1 blockchain in the security in that aspect, this is a project you are not going to want to miss. All right, guys, that's all I've got for today. If you would hit the like button, if you'd subscribe to the channel, the Crypto Boys are blowing up. We love bringing you guys new content. It really does help push it out to other people. And as always, guys, we appreciate you rocking with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube. I'm out.